Hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to today's Global Corporate Girls webinar. I am Faiba Rahimi. I'm an administrative assistant at EAGP under the umbrella of About Afghan Women for Work. And to give you all a brief introduction about today's webinar is about scholarship opportunities in Canada, and we have our mentor, Miss Ria, sorry. So she will guide you through the step-by-step application process, and she will share some tips and considering your application, which can increase the chance of winning these scholarships.
Thank you, Farah. And hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well. My name is Ria, and I live in Toronto, Canada. I came to Canada for my master's in 2019 and graduated in 2021, and I've been working here ever since. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about master's scholarships in Canada in different universities and the process for applying. I'll also give a bit of a background on Canada as a country and what you can expect. Let's talk a little bit about Canada as a country. So Canada is the second largest country in the world. So it is pretty large, and it has a population of about 38 million people, which is not that large, considering its size. And the major languages spoken by people here is English and French. So it's a bilingual country. There are two coasts of Canada. So on the right here is the East Coast. So Ontario and Quebec are the biggest provinces in Canada. This is the West Coast, and this is British Columbia. So typically, weather is warmer on the West Coast as compared to the East Coast, but there are more people and hubs of business and education and other things on the East Coast. Although there's a lot of natural resources in the West Coast, so the economy is more towards that. So Canada is known for its cultural diversity and multiculturalism and has welcomed many people from different parts of the world into the country. So it's a very diverse country, and there are about over 200 ethnic origins represented. The city I live in Toronto, is also one of the most international cities in the world, where you can see people from multiple places. And yeah, there's a lot of diversity in Canada overall. It's a developed country driven by industries such as natural resources, manufacturing, technology, and strong ties with the United States. Canada's education system is considered one of the best in the world, with a focus on academic excellence as well as inclusivity. So before we begin, I would want to give a bit of a background on what applying to a master's program in Canada or any developed country like US or Australia entails. It's a fairly competitive process due to its merit-based nature, and they are trying to see if you have a good background in the discipline that you're applying for. And it's designed to give rigorous training to the student. So along with your academic background, they also look for skills and experience that you have in the particular sector that you're applying for. The general requirement for any master's application will be your English exam, which is IELTS, TOEFL, or Duolingo. Your statement of purpose, which is an essay outlining why you have chosen this program and what is your background in it. 2 to 4 academic letters of reference, which can come from either your past professors or people you've worked with. It can be professional as well. An updated resume or CV. So some of the scholarship applications that we'll talk about are above and beyond this master application already. So you complete this application and then you do the scholarship application. But some scholarships that I'll talk to you today about are also just judged based on your master's application. So you apply for the master's program and they automatically get considered for the award. So there are 2 types of scholarships. Typically speaking, research-based scholarships are more affordable in tuition fees than professional master's program. The reason I'm highlighting this is when you're applying for a program and you have a limited funding, funding capacity, and your award is only up to a certain amount, you can go for a research program as opposed to a professional program. All right, so I'm going to be talking to you about 3 universities today. The first one is University of British Columbia. It has 2 branches in Canada. It's in the top 3 Canadian universities, so very well renowned. One of them is in Okanagan, so University of British Columbia, Okanagan, UBCO. The other one is in Vancouver, so University of British Columbia in Vancouver. So let's start with UBCO. So UBCO is in Kelowna, which is a smaller town located in the Okanagan Valley of British Columbia. It has a good public transit system with multiple bus routes connecting the city. Biking is also a popular mode of transport in the city. It's a smaller campus than the UBC Vancouver campus, but it still has a lot of student accommodations, and most of the students live on-campus residence, which is more affordable. Off-campus options are available as well in shared houses and apartments in neighborhoods like Rutland, Glenmore, and downtown Kelowna. So UBCO is a smaller school, but it is more specialized in certain areas. That's why I've chosen to talk about it. The second school is University of British Columbia, Vancouver. This is a very renowned institution in Canada. So Vancouver is a very multicultural city on the west coast of Canada. It offers on-campus housing options. There are many housing options. It's a really big campus. I also went to University of British Columbia in Vancouver. Um, um, they have a very good bus system as well, which connects you to the university and the city. And within the university also, you can take buses. So public transit is pretty good. There are off-campus options as well, which include Kitsilano, West Point Grey, and university endowment lands, which are close to the university. Cost of living is fairly high in Vancouver, so it's important to secure housing as soon as your application is accepted. The scholarship I will talk to you today about is the PEO scholarship, which is it's external scholarship, but I will talk about it in the context of UBC. And it's a scholarship that supports women from around the world who are pursuing graduate level education in social justice and peace studies. So it's a very relevant scholarship to you. This third university I will talk about is York University, and the scholarship is York Graduate Fellowship. So York University is located in the east coast of Canada in Toronto, and it's one of the largest universities in Canada, one of the most well-known. Toronto as a city is also very diverse and has many business and academic opportunities. It's the biggest city in Canada. So in the city, there's a very good public transit system in the form of TTC, which has buses, streetcars, and the subway. As a student, you'll receive a discounted U-Pass for TTC, so you can use it in an unlimited way. However, there's a lot of on-campus housing as well for your university students, so you can choose to live on campus as well. All right, let's get started. The first scholarship that I will talk to you about today is the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences Graduate Entrance Award. The name of the university providing this award is University of British Columbia, Okanagan. So they give out awards for $15,000 for every year for masters based or PhD students in the Irving K. Barber Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, or students who are doing an interdisciplinary graduate studies program with a supervisor who is from the Irving K. Barber Faculty of Arts or Social Sciences. So you can do research and see if there's a professor who's a member of this faculty is one of the instructors in the program, and then you will be eligible. So the value is $15,000. It's paid one time, so and over 2 terms, so for 1 year. The eligibility criteria is such, so you need to be entering a full-time graduate master's program or a PhD program in the said faculty. You have to have a minimum CGPA of 4 or 80% in the last 2 years of your undergraduate degree. And you will need to provide proof of English language, which is TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo. So for this award, there is no separate application that needs to be submitted. All applications that you've submitted, the application you've submitted for the master's program will be used to nominate you. So this is an award that is done by nomination, and it's not a separate application. So once you apply, you're already going to be considered if you apply in the right program. I'll just show you all the programs in a second. So the ending date is December 1. That's typically when application starts wrapping up, but they also have I think the final ending date is January 15th. So it depends on the program, but usually I would say it opens up in October and it ends around December 1st to 15th. I'll show you so this is the UBCO website. They have all this information on the programs and everything. So if you just go to the K. Barber Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, which is what the which is what the program is. So all of these programs are eligible for you to apply through the scholarship. So it's related to social sciences. So geography, economics, political science, philosophy. These are the kind of programs that the scholarship is applicable for. You can check out the list of master's programs that are eligible for the program here. Here are all the programs that will be applicable for this award. Mention in your statement of purpose that you would be like to consider for this award, and highlight your financial needs as well as relevant experience to the program to highlight that you are a distinguished candidate. And if you have any specific inquiries, you can email the particular faculty, so graduate awards at ubc.ca, for any specific questions around the award or eligibility or anything like that. They are very responsive. Yes, so if you have a 94%, that's a big advantage because it's a very high GPA and it will be considered in your application. The next scholarship that I'll talk to you about is the PEO International Peace Scholarships. So this is an external scholarship provided by a charitable organization called PEO International. So the IPS scholarship provides scholarship to international women students, only for women students, to pursue graduate studies in US or Canada. The maximum award is $12,500, and it can also be applied in the next year. So you can also get the award for 2 years. So you get 12,500 one year and 12,500 in the next year. It's a competitive merit-based award intended to recognize and encourage academic excellence and achievement by women in graduate programs. So in addition to recognizing and encouraging women in higher education, these awards provide support for study and research for women who will make contributions in varied fields such as social justice, peace, etc. So a woman is eligible for consideration for this IPS award if she is a woman outside of Canada or US, which is all of you because you're outside Canada and US, and has intentions to return to their home country to utilize their education to make a positive impact. So you can mention this in your statement of purpose, how your vision for Afghanistan and the change you want to see in the country. Although they're not going to necessarily hold you to the returning part, but it's mostly for women who want to return back to their country and work, use their education to work in their own home country. And the second thing is they should have they should be enrolled in a full-time program. So all of you will need to apply for a program that's full-time and not part-time. So the online eligibility form will be posted on their website in September 2025. So look out for that. These are the requirements to fill in the application. So application form, you'll have to provide your transcript from your undergraduate university. You have to give a statement of purpose, which is a personal essay explaining your career goals, academic background, and why you're committed to making a positive impact. 2 letters of recommendation from individuals who can speak to your character, academic abilities, and leadership. Ideally, one should be academic and other can be a community or professional reference. Then proof of admission to a university, to either US or Canada. And after submission, the shortlisted candidates are invited for an interview as well. So let's see the programs that you can apply for this award. I have chosen University of British Columbia for this particular award as they have a connection with the PEO. So they provide this award to their graduate students. I'm sure others do too, but I'm going to show you this university specifically. So let's see master's program, faculty. Yeah, so you can see all of these programs. If we, for example, take this program in gender and social justice. We can see all the, these are So the one part is scholarship, the other part is graduate research assistantships or teaching assistantships that universities provide as a to support with living costs. So these are all available to the students in this particular program. So this is the list of awards. Let's see our PEO award. So these are all the awards that are available to this program. PEO is in this list as well. But yeah, once you researching programs, you can apply for multiple awards as well, and you can mention that in the application. So the PEO application is not PEO scholarship is not meant to cover like the entire duration of your studies and as well as stay. So you can apply for multiple awards and show that in your application that you have multiple sources of fundings. So one of the tips for success is check out the additional scholarships that are listed that I just showed you and apply for multiple awards to show that you have a multi-year source of funding. Then read the IPS policies, procedures, and prerequisites to familiarize yourself with the requirements and email them if you have any specific inquiries. So I'll just show you their website. Here they have all these resources on pre-application, application calendar. Yeah. And here you can see the eligibility and application process for PEO. So details are right here. International student application process will be from September 15 to December 15. And you can expect to hear back in like January or February. No, sorry, in March, but applications end in December 15. So I have mentioned that here. The third scholarship that we will talk about is the York Graduate Fellowship at York University, which is in Toronto, Canada. So York University provides this funding for incoming PhD or master students with high potential for future leadership in international affairs, environmental protection, fine arts, or political economy. So it's a wide range of subjects. So any of the programs that you choose should be in these kind of fields, and you'll be considered for this award. You don't have to make a separate application. Applicants for admission will be nominated by the graduate program. Tuition and fees for the full duration of the master's is covered, so up to $16,000. And you'll also get a paid teaching assistant position to cover living costs. So this is a pretty comprehensive scholarship. The eligibility criteria is such, so you must have graduated from a recognized post-secondary institution holding honors degree or equivalent. Some programs also consider applicants with a 3-year undergraduate program. A minimum minimum grade of B in your or B plus in your last 2 years of undergraduate study. You will need to meet minimum degree and English language requirements, IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. The selection criteria includes academic accomplishments, high potential for leadership in international affairs, public life and private endeavors, and engagement in research related to environmental protection, fine arts, or political economy is an asset. So for application, you need to choose a master's program that is relevant to this degree. The typical application cycle is between October 15 to December 15, with December 15 being the deadline. The documentation required is a research statement, 2 academic letters of recommendation, CV, and transcript from undergraduate studies. And I'll just show you the programs you can apply for here. And you can search by master's and choose a program. Tips for success is York places a strong emphasis on how your academic interests align with the faculty at the university. So please make that connection in your statement of purpose and talk about your academic goals and how they fit within York University's program, and how, if you have any faculty members that are doing work on an issue you're interested in, and you can mention that as well. You can also highlight any research or volunteer work that demonstrate your initiative, especially related to your field of study. So this is the scholarship announcement link, York Graduate Fellowship, and it shows very clearly. So you're going to be a Master's International let's say with a TA. So that breaks down the value of your award and the money you'll get from your teaching assistantship, as well as for the program and registration fee and for your tuition fee. All right. That is all from me. Thank you so much for your patience and for listening. I know it's Saturday, so appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Ilya, for sharing your incredible insights with us and valuable information. We really appreciate your time and expertise. So, and before we wrap up, I would like to remind everyone that if you want to stay connected with us for future opportunities, our media team has shared the links in the chat box. So by simply clicking on them, you can follow us and stay updated. So wishing you all a wonderful evening. Thank you again.
Thank you.